Good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, good night. I don't know what time it is. I know it's morning where I am right now, and I am Jason Olson, and I am going to be your teacher over the course of this semester in English 4540. That is teaching creative writing. And what I want to do right now is just set up the first thing that I'm going to request from you. And the first thing that I'm going to request from you is a basic introductory paragraph or two, or four, depending on how much you want to say, that you'll post here on Canvas, right on this discussion thread. What I'd like you to do is first give me a brief introduction, and when I say me, I mean all of us. So give us, would be the more appropriate word, give us a basic introduction of who you are. It's important for us to know each other over the course of this. We're going to be working together and having a lot of discussions that are going to deal with specific elements of creative writing and how to teach it. And so it's good for us to develop this relationship. And since we're only meeting every other week, that it's nice to be able to start as quickly as we can on getting those things together. So I want you to give me a brief introduction of yourself based on interests and where you're from and things like that, so we can get to know you a little bit. Then I would like for you to talk a little bit more about academic introductory material. So talk about what your major is, what you're interested in teaching, what you're interested in writing about in creative writing. Now, I should not assume that all of us are deeply interested in teaching. We might not be. It's entirely possible that some of us are here as creative writers without a lot of interest toward teaching. I should know that. You should tell me that too. But if you are kind of looking toward a specific area of teaching, a specific maybe grade or level, let's talk about that. Let's get that in there. When it comes to creative writing interests, let's talk about what you're most interested in. Are you somebody who sees yourself as mostly interested in fiction or poetry or playwriting or creative nonfiction? Maybe talk a little bit about some of your background in that. If you don't have any background in that, that's fine too. If your background is minimal or non-existent in actual creative writing classes, that's fine. We'll work on that. We can work on that as we go on, and we'll talk about what those dynamics are like. So I'd like to get that basic information across. And again, just write a paragraph or two. And if you want to comment on other people's, if there's something that you find interesting about somebody's introductory paragraphs, just go ahead. That's fine. This is our first chance to kind of interact. And if we did this in a class, then there's a pretty good chance that you'd want to comment on what somebody else is doing and say, oh, hey, I like that thing too, or, I'm also interested in this. So you can go ahead and do that and help us develop our dynamic as soon as possible. But this is a nice thing to have so that we'll be able to refer back to this and remember who everybody is, although we'll know well, because we're not a huge class and we're going to have a lot of time to interact both in our in-class weeks and our Canvas weeks like this one too. So please put those comments below. And I will look forward to reading those and getting to know all of you as the semester goes on. Thank you so much.